People say to me, you were so strong, you handled cancer so well. And I was like, was there another route? Because I would have taken it. Like, you just take the route you can.
Your head's pretty silly. Oh, yeah, you want to be about you?
I've been a dog groomer for about 30 plus years. I started very young. It's always something that's been part of my life.
Jackie boy, what are you saying? You're up next, buddy.
Yeah, my love for animals started very young. My mom was always telling me, just get to school and stop saying hi to every squirrel. I'd spend most of my time in trees feeding birds and bringing home wounded animals and what have you. That's probably where all the love for animals really came out of. Dog grooming is a very satisfying job. I like to start early in the morning. It's pretty hectic. I usually groom 3 to 4 dogs a day. You have to be in a good place emotionally. And I think that's the key. I make sure before I groom any dog that I run in the morning, I work out, I spin, I meditate, just to make sure I'm in a good place before I start, so I'm not putting my garbage onto the animal. Running was my first love. By the time I turned 16, I'd ran 6 half marathons and a marathon. But spinning, I find I get the same kick out of it without as much impact on my overall body. I am 53 years old, and the hips and stuff do start to wear out a bit. So yeah, it's my new passion. Growing up, I can't really say I had the best childhood. It wasn't really, well, I can't say it was a happy childhood. At school, I was teased a lot for being Scottish. Getting slack at home and then getting slack at school was a lot. I think that's why animals were so important to me. Yeah, I lost my best friend a couple of years ago. Her name was Palais. She was holding a sheepdog. It happened fast. It kind of took me down. Yeah. Every time my pets pass, I'm embarrassed to say, but I go through a small depression because they're all I have. That's a part that a lot of people don't realize when you don't have a pet. You buy tragedy and you buy heartbreak when you buy a pet, because they're there more for you than any human is, And then when they pass, you just feel like you did them wrong in so many different ways. So, yeah, I heard that they wait for you on the other side. I pray that that's true. I found out I had cancer when I was 36. It was about a year or so before. I was living in Vancouver and I found a lump in my breast. And then I had the lump removed. But the wound didn't heal. A friend of mine took me to her doctor and he said, I hate to tell you, kid, but if it's not healing, it's probably cancer. 10:30 at night, the phone rang and it was my doctor and he said, sorry to bother you so late. And I said, sorry you work so late. And he goes, I hate to tell you, kid, but you have cancer. So I hung up the phone and kind of slid down the wall, because when you don't have family, you don't know who to call. It's a lot of information, and who do you dump that on? 4 years and 14 surgeries was a lot for cancer. I kept trying to find my own path, which I think you kind of try to do. You try to find your own way. When you're going through it, you just soldier through it. And then when you're done, everyone's celebrating, and I was 40 and had no boobs and financially devastated, and there was a lot to take in. Every relationship, you got to explain your situation to. You can't just forget about it. Like, I remember when I was going through cancer, I just wanted a day where it wasn't about cancer. And that's probably the hardest part. I think from suppression comes greatness. And I think that when you have gone through hard times, they just make you celebrate the bigger times. My dog's name now is Dyson, because he's part lab and part Roddy. So he's nuts. He's a lot of energy. He's gonna terrorize my life for a long time. I've been cancer-free for 12 years now.
Iceman, come on. Let's go, buddy.
How would you describe yourself in a sentence?
Resilient, hopeful. I think I'm the most hopeful person that I've actually met. I don't like when people speak negatively to me. It's not where I lie. There's too many people who are living horrible lives that we can't sit here and not be sitting here in gratitude. I just don't understand that concept. That's all I can feel about that. I don't know. Life's meant to be enjoyed.
Cut.
I'm Lorraine Wilson, and this is Life Through My Eyes.